Howdy folks, welcome to episode 19. Yeah, I know what you're thinking, but, where would we get all those typewriters filled with cheese? Well, you're probably also wondering why I'm standing on top of a flaming ship 50 feet from orbit. Yeah, well, there's a thing in the changelog recently about they fixed falling damage, so, well, let's find out what they meant by that. Here we go. And whee! So we're falling. Wow, that thing is coming up fast. What is that whooshing sound? Ooh, this ground looks pretty cool. Maybe it will be my friend. Oh, or not. Hey, did you see that pot of petunias? Okay, guys, we're back, and hey, there's my ship. There's my ship. Did I drop anything? Wonder what my ship's gonna do. It's still floating up there. It'll come down after a minute. This should be interesting, I would say. Here it comes. Sheriff's coming. Yep, here comes the ship. Spadoinkle is dropping. It finally ran out of hover juice. It needs more hover fluid. That's in the compartment right next to the blinker fluid, of course. Let's see. It's still on fire. That's awesome. Whoa. Ow. That hurts. Don't do that. My ship is still on fire. That's awesome. Okay, we'll grab some screenshots and maybe we can get something done today. Okay, guys, enough goofing off. And so we're back here on Akua. And what I did was I went nuts with the harvester. So I have almost 15,000 wood blocks. So that should keep us busy for a while. And I've also still got a lot of concrete blocks and everything. I'll probably use those for pillars or something like that, because I think they have more armor than the wood. But, yeah, we're going to go back to Omicron and get... I can't even see to park this thing. That's going to be interesting. But yeah, we're going to go back to Omicron, and I will... And I will meet you guys when we get back to Omicron, and we'll get back to building. See you in a minute. Now they're both on fire. That's awesome. Okay, guys, we're back, and we're not on the planet yet because there was another distraction. There are a few things that got changed. Whoa, right there. A few things got changed, and one of them is that the space drones are now lootable. So I assume that he's broken now. But yeah, they made the space drones lootable, so that yeah, it looks like he's toast. So they, instead of just exploding and leaving nothing, now you can do this. I am stopped, right? Okay. And there's a couple other changes. All right. Ooh, they even give you flux coils out of those. That's kind of cool. That's pretty cool. But yeah, so there's a couple changes they made, and the other one was that you can, in the control panel, you can rename stuff, finally. So let's see if I can figure out how to do that, right? It's not double clicking. Let's see what you can do. Rename group. Well, I'll have to figure it out, and I don't see where to do that. So I'm going to head back to the planet, which is right down there, and I will see you planet side. Okay, guys, we're back, and the turrets are doing something, so there must be a oh some wildlife that was sitting around, apparently. Apparently I didn't set my turrets to not shoot them. And hey, there it is. There it is right there. That's what I was talking about. Let's see. Whoops. That's what I was talking about right there. There they are. There are the eggs. I knew they were around here. Okay, so there's the eggs, and let me grab this too real quick while I'm at it. And we'll go back to base here, and I will show you the other things that I was talking about, which are over on my clipboard that I keep trying to look at. And one of them is that, like I mentioned, you can rename stuff. So we'll see here. You can do this. You can go into the P screen and the cargo box up here. Let's see. It has to be in a group, I think. So we'll auto group. And when you select this now, we can call it, you know, whatever container or something. Okay, and now the other thing is I can put stuff in here. And when you take the container apart, it drops the stuff that was in it. So there you go. There's all the stuff that was in the container, which is pretty cool. And so the other things that the container is made out of also drop. If your inventory is full, that's another feature they added. If your inventory is completely full and you disassemble something, the components that make it up don't just vanish into thin air now. They actually drop as little thingies, kind of like this. So you've probably even seen that in earlier episodes, but that's still a relatively new feature. So anyway, what we're going to do is get to work on this, and I think I've got enough blocks. I've got like 7,000 of them. Yeah. So I'm going to get to work on this and hopefully not be distracted too many more times. And so what we're going to do is we're going to make the main hallway now that goes around the outside. And what I want to do here is I want to start on this level. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I want to come out 10 blocks. Well, that was interesting. That was really interesting. 3, 4. I'm going to have to look at the replay and see if I lost any blocks. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. And I'm going to count once more because it's going to suck if I miscount. And we're going to come out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And come down 2. Okay, so that should be 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and the last one is 10. Okay, good. Alright. It's messes me up every time when a thing jumps. So I'm going to do this outline around the entire thing, and I will be back when that is done. See you in a minute. Okay guys, we're back, and the sun is just coming up so we can start work for the next morning, and there's this thing here that I need to see if I can take care of. It's gonna suck if I can't get rid of this, but there's this big rock right in the way, so we'll see if the railguns take it out. And it looks like they just did, because I tried shooting it. I emptied 2 clips of pulse rifle into it and that did nothing. And I also tried the repair and remove and also the drill, and none of those worked. So yeah, but as you can see over here, I've got the entire thing, or I could just use the V key, but yeah, you can see here. Let's see, let me get a nice perspective here. There we go. Okay, so I've got, as you can see, the big hallway around, and so we're going to need to put the wall on. And I'll put the outside wall on first, and then we'll figure out a roof for it. So let's get going on the wall, and I'm going to do that. I'm basically going to copy what I did on the inside. So I'm going to do that, and I will meet you guys again in a minute. Okay guys, we're back again, and the outer walls are done. So we've got a little bit farther on this, and I think I'm going to try to do the roof, but let's see if I can get started on that now before it gets dark. And let's see if we can figure something out. So we've got here is, whoops, I always hit V when I jump out of the ship. What we have here is I made sure that the hallway has an actual center, and so we can place an axis here and make sure that we've got a decent hallway to go. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some blocks here. I need to reset all these. Okay, and we'll get this thing going. And I think what I want to do is I want to do kind of an archway, and so I think I'm going to start, actually probably going to need to start like that. Nice. Why is that falling? Why did that even fall? How did that make sense? Okay, that was really weird. Oh, it's one up from there. Oh, okay. Alright, so I need to add another block up here, I guess. Okay. So we'll get this going. Okay, we'll put a block up there. Now we have something to sit it on top of. And okay, so we have a ledge here. And what I want to do is I want this and I want to put it up wrong way. That way. Okay. And actually I want to start with that. So we're going to do this. Whoops. We're just going to try a little, because if I screw up and and it starts collapsing, then I don't want to lose too many more blocks. So we've got that, and then we're going to need another block to go inside it. And let's see, I can go one of these, and I can do this, and I want it to slant the other way like that. And so I'm going to do, if I do this and put this one underneath it. Okay, so that'll make a neat slanted block there. And probably want to come out, let's see, come out a diagonal. How about we do a diagonal here instead, like that. And we'll want to do the same thing upside down. And remember, folks, you can keep your stacks over here. You can keep your stacks in your hotbar, different stacks, so that you don't have to keep rotating blocks. It's a little bit quicker to swap them. And let's see, I want that. How many blocks do I have between there and there? 1, 2. So yeah, this should work perfectly if I go here. Whoops, wrong key. And turn this around. And then we can go like this, and then we've got a flat spot on the top. Cool. So yeah, we can make a nice arched ceiling here. It looks like that's going to work. And I will probably put pillars up from the middle. Let me see what kind of, if we can, we're kind of losing all the information that we have here about everything with all the noise. All of the green stuff, all the different... Okay, so anyway, the columns, I want to put in columns. Yeah, so I need to decide how I'm going to do columns. I think I might do them on the sides and then kind of do a cross beam to support. So do like a beam that goes across here and then comes up and supports this in the middle, like that. And so I'll want this to come up to support that, and it'll go all the way out down to the ground too. And let's see, I want that to look decent, so why don't we take this and whoops, right there. We do something like this. Where'd it go? There it is. Okay. And this. I'll need to clean up that block there too. And then we can do, let's see what kind of corner they have here. I know they have some corners, because I don't think this one's going to work. Yeah, that one's not really going to work the way I want it to, I don't think. Let me see. Let's see. If we turn that around this way. Oh, maybe that will. Ooh. Yeah, that does. I think that does work. That's perfect. Okay. So yeah, and then I can make the columns go up, and or I can even make them disappear into this thing, because this ledge is going to be here too. Why don't I see how that works? And we'll take this again, and we'll go like this, and we'll extend this across. Is that this one? Yeah. Okay, so that block is going to go across. And, oh, apparently it's night, because suddenly the night sounds just started in. There we go. Okay, and so I think I'm going to put all of these together, and I will see you guys in a little bit. Okay guys, we're back, and as you can see, we've got it finished up. I finished up the hallways, and let's look at the inner structure here. And if I can get in there and not crash, there we go. And I just hit the wrong key again. There we go. Okay, so we can see here, it looks pretty cool. It looks like a hallway, pretty much. And I'm going to paint and texture that too. It's not going to be wood like this, wood textures anyway, so we'll see how that looks when it's painted up and everything. I think I'm going to try to go with the marble theme, and as you can see on the left here, I've got a couple of things I need to correct. little errors and stuff that were made, and then the other thing is I need to decide how to do these corners. So those are always the tricky parts. Is when the two edges meet and you don't really have necessarily all of the right parts to make them come together. So we are going to start on that and do some trim around the outside in the next episode. So join us then, and we will see you in episode 20 for more building, or maybe we'll do a little adventuring, we'll have to see. But for right now, I think it's going to be building. So we will see you in episode 20. Later.